You might be surprised to learn that your daily bowl of oatmeal, often considered a healthy choice, could be harming your heart depending on what you add to it. This can be discouraging, especially for those who've made an effort to eat better with age. While plain oatmeal is highly regarded for good reason, it's easy to digest, packed with soluble fiber, and supports healthy cholesterol and blood sugar levels. Things change when certain toppings are added. Many ingredients that are marketed as healthy can actually turn oatmeal into a hidden source of sugar, trigger metabolic strain, or even pose risks to your organs over time. As we age, especially after 60, our bodies become more vulnerable to things like blood sugar spikes, artificial additives, and unhealthy fats. Digestion slows, insulin responses shift, and organs like the liver and kidneys have to work harder to keep up. This makes ingredient choices more important than ever. What you mix into your oatmeal can either support your health or slowly wear it down, often without you even realizing it. In this video, we'll explore 7 common oatmeal add-ins frequently used by older adults that could be doing more harm than good. Some of these ingredients might come as a surprise, while others may be things you've trusted for years. By watching until the end, you'll learn what to steer clear of and how to make sure your oatmeal stays the nourishing meal you intended it to be. Removing even just a couple of the wrong ingredients from your morning routine can lead to noticeable improvements in energy levels, more balanced blood sugar, and added protection for key organs like your heart, liver, and kidneys. Your breakfast should be working for you, not against you, especially when it's something you eat daily. Number 1, brown sugar, a hidden threat to your morning routine. Let's start with a common oatmeal addition that can quietly sabotage your health: brown sugar. While it might seem like a more wholesome option than white sugar, your body doesn't recognize much of a difference, especially as you get older. For individuals over 60, the way your body processes sugar changes significantly. When you add brown sugar to your oatmeal, you're not just making it taste better, you're causing a rapid spike in blood sugar. That spike may feel harmless in the moment, but it often leads to fatigue, brain fog, and even increased hunger not long after eating. What's worse is that repeated blood sugar surges over time wear down your body's insulin response. As you age, your pancreas naturally produces less insulin, and your cells don't respond to it as effectively. So when you introduce a fast-acting sugar like brown sugar into your diet, it places extra strain on a system already under pressure. The result? Higher risks of type 2 diabetes, more stubborn belly fat, greater inflammation, and long-term damage to blood vessels. Take Janet, a 67-year-old who was proud of her healthy breakfast routine: oatmeal with a bit of brown sugar and skim milk. She couldn't understand why she always felt sluggish and ready for a nap by mid-morning. After reviewing her eating habits with her doctor, she removed the brown sugar. Within a week, her energy levels evened out. "I never thought it was the sugar," she admitted. "Just one spoonful, but that was all it took." Another concern is that sugar doesn't act alone. It activates dopamine in the brain, which gives a temporary boost in mood and satisfaction. But once that effect fades, your brain wants more, leading to a cycle of cravings throughout the day. This isn't about weak willpower. It's simply how your brain chemistry works. If you still crave a hint of sweetness in your oatmeal, try natural alternatives like sliced banana, cinnamon, or a drop of vanilla extract. These add flavor without overwhelming your body with quick-burning sugar. The goal isn't to eliminate sweetness altogether, but to choose sources that your body can handle more gently. Starting your morning with stable blood sugar can improve everything from mood and focus to metabolism, giving you a healthier, more energized start to your day. Number 2, the hidden risks of artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners often appear to be a clever choice, especially for older adults who are mindful of their blood sugar levels. However, the reality behind these sugar substitutes is more complex than it seems. Commonly found in those small pink or yellow packets, artificial sweeteners like sucralose, aspartame, and saccharin may help you cut calories and sugar in the short term, but they can quietly undermine your metabolism, gut health, and liver function over time. Here's why this happens. Your body expects that sweetness means calories and energy. When it tastes something sweet but doesn't get the expected calories, as happens with artificial sweeteners, it becomes confused. This confusion can disrupt how your body manages insulin, leading to increased cravings later in the day and a slower metabolism overall. For seniors, whose hormone levels and sensitivities are already changing, this disruption can make it more difficult to lose weight, maintain stable blood sugar, and avoid accumulating belly fat. Even when you're careful with your diet, another concern is the impact on your liver. Many artificial sweeteners are processed through the liver, and while they don't directly raise blood sugar, they still add to the liver's workload. Over time, especially with daily consumption, this can place extra strain on a liver that may already be working hard to filter medications, toxins, and cope with the natural aging process. A sluggish liver may lead to fatigue, digestive issues, and elevated liver enzymes, often without obvious symptoms until the problem becomes more serious. For example, Charles, a 74-year-old man, regularly added sugar-free syrup and artificial sweeteners to his oatmeal. He believed these were safe choices for someone with diabetes, but when his doctor noticed his liver enzyme levels were slightly high, he was advised to cut out the artificial sweeteners. Within a few weeks, Charles noticed better digestion and improved lab results. "I thought I was helping myself," he said, "but I was just giving my liver extra work." Instead of relying on artificial sweeteners, consider natural options like cinnamon, nutmeg, or a splash of almond extract to add flavor without the harmful side effects. Even a small amount of fresh fruit can satisfy your sweet cravings while providing beneficial vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, nutrients no artificial sweetener can offer. Your body has been working tirelessly for decades, and it deserves genuine nourishment, not synthetic signals that confuse its natural processes. When you fuel yourself with clean, natural ingredients, your body doesn't just perform better, it feels better too. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 2 below so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more helpful content. Your support means we can keep sharing valuable information to help you live your healthiest life. Now let's keep going. Number 3, the hidden sugar in dried fruits. Dried fruits often seem like a harmless, even nutritious way to boost your oatmeal. After all, they come from real fruit, right? But when fresh fruit is dried, its water content is removed, concentrating the natural sugars to a much higher level. This means that just a small handful of raisins or dried cranberries can contain as much sugar as a candy bar, and many people don't realize how much they're actually consuming. This is particularly risky for older adults because the sugar in dried fruits is mostly fructose, which your liver has to process on its own. Unlike glucose, which your muscles and brain can use directly for energy, fructose goes straight to the liver. There, it can be converted into fat, which may contribute to fatty liver disease, a condition that's becoming increasingly common in people over 60, even among those who don't consume alcohol. It's important to examine those dried fruits closely. For example, just a few tablespoons of dried cranberries can contain over 20 grams of added sugar, often due to the syrups used during processing to keep them moist and sweet. Even unsweetened dried fruits, like dates or raisins, pack a huge sugar punch in a tiny serving. While you might think you're adding a healthy topping, your liver is silently struggling to handle the sugar load with every bite. I remember a man named Gerald, 69, who ate oatmeal every morning topped with dried apricots. He believed it was a smart way to increase his fiber intake, but he frequently felt bloated after breakfast and was puzzled by his rising blood pressure. After switching from dried apricots to fresh blueberries, his bloating subsided, and his doctor saw positive changes too. "I never thought those little pieces could cause so much trouble," he told me. If you enjoy fruit in your oatmeal, fresh options are a better choice. A few slices of apple, a handful of berries, or half a banana provide natural sweetness, water, fiber, and nutrients that slow sugar absorption and reduce the strain on your liver. You still get delicious flavor, but in a form your body can better manage, especially as you age into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Your liver has been working hard for you throughout your life. Now it's time to be a little smarter in how you treat it. Number 4, the problem with flavored oatmeal packets. Flavored oatmeal packets may seem like the perfect solution for a quick, simple breakfast, especially for those living alone or looking to save time. Just tear open, pour, and stir. They're marketed as a healthy, comforting option, but the reality is far less wholesome. Beneath the convenience lies a mix of additives, high sodium levels, and artificial ingredients that can quietly impact your health, particularly for adults over 60. Let's start with sodium. Many flavored oatmeal packets contain anywhere from 200 to 300 milligrams of sodium per serving. If you prepare them with milk or salted butter, that number climbs even higher. While that might not seem significant on its own, it quickly adds up when combined with the sodium from other daily sources like bread, canned soups, and snacks. For older adults managing high blood pressure, heart disease, or kidney concerns, these seemingly small amounts can easily exceed safe daily limits without you realizing it. Then there's the flavoring. Most pre-packaged oatmeal doesn't get its maple or apple cinnamon taste from real ingredients. Instead, these flavors are created using artificial additives, sweeteners, stabilizers, and coloring agents. These synthetic ingredients don't nourish your body. Instead, they place additional stress on your liver and kidneys, which are already working harder with age and often managing multiple medications or chronic inflammation. Over time, this extra strain can contribute to fatigue, bloating, or swelling. Take Carol, for example, a 73-year-old woman who had eaten flavored oatmeal packets for years, sometimes twice a day. She thought she was making a smart, health-conscious choice, but she often felt bloated and had started noticing swelling in her hands. After switching to plain oats topped with real apple slices and cinnamon, she saw a noticeable improvement in her digestion and blood pressure. "I never thought those little packets could be causing that," she said. The truth is, much of what's printed on flavored oatmeal packaging, terms like whole grain or low fat, is marketing, not nutrition. What's not advertised are the preservatives, emulsifiers, and unrecognizable additives inside. If you want real health benefits from oatmeal, opt for plain rolled or steel-cut oats. Add your own fresh fruit, nuts, or spices. It only takes a few extra minutes, and your body will feel the difference, especially as it continues to work hard for you through your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Number 5, the hidden dangers of non-dairy creamers. Non-dairy creamers may appear to be a convenient and harmless way to add creaminess to your oatmeal, especially if you're lactose intolerant or avoiding traditional dairy. But many of these creamers, whether powdered or liquid, contain a range of ingredients that can quietly harm your heart, liver, and metabolism over time, especially as you age. A major concern is the presence of hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils, better known as trans fats. These fats are known for increasing LDL, the bad cholesterol, and decreasing HDL, the good cholesterol. This imbalance is especially dangerous for older adults who may already be at risk for heart disease or managing blood pressure and cholesterol. Even products labeled trans fat-free can still contain trace amounts if each serving is small enough to qualify under labeling laws. But with regular use, those small amounts can accumulate and have real health impacts. In addition to trans fats, non-dairy creamers often include a cocktail of synthetic additives, like emulsifiers, thickeners, and artificial flavorings. These ingredients are used to mimic the taste and texture of real cream, but provide no nutritional value. Instead, they place extra strain on your liver and kidneys, which are already working hard to process medications, age-related waste, and toxins. Over time, this extra burden can contribute to chronic inflammation, a condition linked to heart disease, arthritis, and even cognitive issues like memory decline. Take Frank, a 75-year-old man who added powdered creamer to nearly everything, from his coffee to his oatmeal and even soups. It was easy, affordable, and he liked the flavor. But eventually, he began having digestive discomfort and rising cholesterol levels. His doctor advised him to stop using the creamer altogether. Just 2 months after eliminating it, his digestive issues eased and his lab results improved. "I thought it was just powder," he said, surprised. "I didn't know it was affecting everything else." The trouble is, non-dairy creamers are marketed as light, convenient, and even cholesterol-free, but the effects aren't always immediately noticeable. The damage they do is gradual and often goes unnoticed until it leads to more serious health problems. If you're looking for a creamy oatmeal texture without the risks, consider healthier options. Unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or a small amount of organic dairy cream, if tolerated, are all better choices. Even a spoonful of plain yogurt can add richness while delivering nutrients and probiotics your body can actually use. What you stir into your oatmeal truly matters, especially when your body has supported you for decades. Choosing real nourishing ingredients is one of the simplest ways to take better care of yourself, starting with your very first meal of the day. If you're still here and found this helpful, comment number 5 below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more health-focused content. Let's keep going. Number 6, the truth about store-bought granola. Granola is often seen as a health food, natural, wholesome, even heart-friendly. But despite its reputation, most store-bought granola can do more harm than good when added to your oatmeal. Packed with hidden sugars, processed oils, and preservatives, it can quickly turn a nutritious breakfast into a metabolic challenge, especially for older adults. The problem lies largely in how granola is made. To create that signature crunch and long shelf life, manufacturers bake oats with sugar syrups and oils, typically canola, soybean, or palm oil. These oils are often refined or partially hydrogenated, which can contribute to inflammation when consumed regularly. Chronic inflammation is linked to joint pain, fatigue, and an increased risk of heart disease, issues that are especially concerning as we age. Even granolas labeled low sugar often contain alternative sweeteners like honey, brown rice syrup, or evaporated cane juice. While they may sound more natural, their effect on your body is nearly identical to white sugar, causing blood sugar spikes, stressing your insulin response, and triggering cravings. This is particularly risky for seniors managing blood sugar levels, prediabetes, or trying to reduce belly fat, all of which can worsen with frequent sugar exposure. Portion size is another hidden issue. Nutrition labels often list tiny servings, just a few tablespoons, but most people add far more, not realizing they're adding hundreds of extra calories and grams of sugar and fat to their meal. Take Ellen, a 71-year-old woman who added granola to her oatmeal every morning for a bit of crunch. She thought it was a smart choice, until she learned that her serving of granola added more sugar and fat than a chocolate chip cookie. After switching to chopped walnuts instead, her blood sugar improved, and she no longer experienced her usual afternoon energy crash. If you want a satisfying crunch in your oatmeal, healthier alternatives exist. Try raw or dry roasted nuts like almonds or pecans, unsweetened coconut flakes, or plain toasted seeds. These options provide real nutrients, like healthy fats and fiber, without the added sugars and oils. Oatmeal should be a stabilizing, nourishing start to your day, not a hidden source of metabolic stress. By reading labels carefully and choosing simpler, whole food toppings, you can turn your breakfast into something that truly supports your health, one bite at a time. Number 7, protein powders. Many older adults have been encouraged to boost their breakfast with protein to support energy levels, muscle maintenance, and satiety. This can be beneficial when the protein comes from clean, whole food sources. However, routinely adding protein powders to meals, particularly lower quality ones, may unintentionally introduce ingredients that strain the body rather than support it. Here's why this matters. Numerous commercial protein powders are loaded with artificial sweeteners, stabilizers, preservatives, and synthetic flavors. These additives must be filtered by the liver and kidneys, organs that, by the time someone reaches 60 or older, have already dealt with a lifetime of environmental pollutants, medications, and food additives. Regularly consuming these processed powders can place extra stress on these vital systems. Another concern is how the aging body handles protein. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at metabolizing excess protein. When protein isn't needed for muscle repair or energy, it must be broken down and excreted through the kidneys. For older adults, even without diagnosed kidney disease, kidney function tends to decline gradually with age. Adding large amounts of supplemental protein can quietly speed up this decline, and the early warning signs, such as fatigue, loss of appetite, or water retention, often go unnoticed until the issue has progressed. Take the case of Dennis, a 78-year-old man who added protein powder to his oatmeal daily after reading it could help preserve muscle mass. He was also on medication for high blood pressure, and over time his kidney function began to decline. Upon investigation, his doctor identified the excessive protein, particularly from low-grade powders, as a contributing factor. After switching to whole food protein sources like eggs or nuts later in the day, his kidney levels stabilized. "I thought more protein was always better," Dennis admitted. "I didn't realize I was going overboard." For those who truly need a morning protein boost, it's best to stick with natural, food-based options. A serving of plain Greek yogurt, some eggs, or a handful of nuts can provide protein in a form the body is better equipped to handle, alongside other essential nutrients, without the hidden chemical load. In later life, health isn't just about adding more nutrients. It's about choosing what's beneficial and eliminating what may cause silent harm. The body still has the capacity to recover and respond positively, but it requires more mindful support. So when preparing breakfast, especially something like oatmeal, it's wise to choose ingredients that work in harmony with your body rather than challenge it. Final thoughts. Your morning bowl of oatmeal may seem like a small, healthy routine, but what you add to it can significantly influence your well-being, for better or worse. The 7 common additions we've discussed: brown sugar, artificial sweeteners, dried fruits, flavored packets, non-dairy creamers, store-bought granola, and protein powders, each bring hidden risks, particularly for those in their 60s, 70s, or 80s. The key isn't just knowing which ingredients to steer clear of, it's understanding why they matter. As we age, our bodies respond differently to sugars, artificial additives, and heavily processed foods. The effects of these ingredients may not be obvious right away, but over time, they can impact everything from energy levels and digestion to blood pressure and emotional health. Even small, routine choices, like what you stir into your oatmeal, can have far-reaching consequences. The encouraging part is that you don't need to overhaul everything. A few thoughtful changes can make a meaningful difference. There's no need for elaborate ingredients, sugary packets, or processed supplements. What your body truly benefits from are simple, wholesome foods. Things like cinnamon, fresh berries, nuts, or clean dairy or plant-based milk. These natural options nourish your body without burdening it. By choosing ingredients that support rather than stress your system, you set a calmer, healthier tone for the day ahead. It's about starting your morning with respect for what your body needs now, not what worked decades ago or what clever marketing promotes. So take a quiet moment to reflect. Of the 7 additions we talked about, which ones show up in your kitchen? And which are you ready to leave behind in favor of choices that genuinely support your health? Small shifts in your morning routine can lead to lasting benefits, and it starts with what's in your bowl. Thanks for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below sharing one thing you learned and how you'll apply it in your life. Your feedback truly matters and keeps us inspired to keep going. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support helps us keep creating meaningful content to educate and uplift. We appreciate you being here and look forward to connecting with you again in the next video.